the greatest movies of 1999. The Matrix with Keanu Reeves. Kevin Spacey is in love with teens in American Beauty. So is Natalie, who is the queen.
Being John Malkovich, 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 being John Malkovich.
American Pie and the Mummy. Jimmy Fallon in his mid-20s. Toy Story 2. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Being John Malkovich, 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 being John Malkovich.
Matrix, Fight Club, Fluid Project, The Sixth Sense, American Beauty, Star Wars, American Pie, The Mummy, Toy Story 2, 10 Things I Hate About You, 3 Mile, South Park, Eyes Wide Shut, Columbine, Shooting, Leaves 13 Dead, Turkey had an earthquake, 13,000 people dead, Bill Clinton got acquitted, NATO bombs Yugoslavia.
Being John Malkovich, 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 being John Malkovich.
Hello,
Yeah, g'day, it's Callen.
I'm Kleis.
1999 movies.
It was a good year.
Yeah, I'd definitely agree with you. What do we got up first? Just get straight to it.
Star Wars Phantom Menace. Thoughts, opinions?
Not really for me. Not really for me.
Cool. That comes. That's
That's
yep.
it. That's nah. Phantom Menace was the biggest movie of the year. Obviously, it was Star Wars. It had about a 20-year layoff, so the hype for this movie was at a peak. The most anticipated movie
of the year.
Easily of the year, but one of all time as well. I'd say.
Yeah.
Had fans camping out, waiting, all that shit.
Were you there?
No,
No.
I wasn't.
I wasn't even alive.
I've seen the footage. I've seen what went on.
It's pretty hectic stuff. For us, it was probably like
Force
Awakens, yeah.
Yeah.
If we had to relate it to anything, that's
But
similar time off and then similar hype.
Phantom Menace is not really seen in that much of a positive light today. Jar Jar Binks, one of the most annoying characters ever in a movie, probably.
Yeah.
Until Rose, I think,
Tops it, yeah.
takes
100%.
the belt, and Last Jedi. But yeah, Jar Jar Binks was the original fag. And, just not very an interesting movie. Doesn't really feel like Star Wars when you go back and watch it. It's all about political shit that no one cares about. Not really a main character we were discussing.
Yeah. So then no one really feels like. It's hard to. Well, it's not hard to describe, but
the
there's no real main focus of the movie.
No, because the prequels are supposed to be about how Anakin turns to Darth Vader, but he's not even in the movie until about halfway through, and he's just a kid.
And it feels more like it focuses on all the stuff going on and about.
Because Qui-Gon Jinn, played by Liam Neeson, is, I guess you'd say, the main character, but he's one of the most unmemorable characters, I think, in Star Wars.
Yeah, he doesn't do much, and then he dies.
Yeah, and then Ewan McGregor, who is Obi-Wan Kenobi, that everyone knew going in, a character they'd seen before in the original trilogy, just does nothing pretty much this entire movie.
But Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi does, pretty much nothing for the whole movie. So...
Quite underwhelming, considering all the hype, but I still enjoy it. It's a Star Wars movie, and I'll watch it.
I think the lightsaber battle at the end is the best still to this day.
With
out of all
my
the
favourite
movies.
music score of
Duel
all
of the
time.
Fates is amazing. I love it so much.
My
And
favourite of all time.
If you've never heard it, blast it in the car
Or just blast our rendition.
Yeah.
Full cover.
Oh yeah,
soon.
that's the point. You would have heard it at the start of the video, so surely you'd recognise it from there.
You know, one thing I love. Anything you hate? Because I'll tell you 10 things I hate. 10 things I hate about you.
Yes.
One of my favourite movies of all time. I say this every
movie is one of your favourite movies, or the best movie of all time. Yeah.
Decent cast: Heath Ledger, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Real star-making role for them.
Breakout performances. I think Julia Stiles is the name of the main female lead.
Yeah, and the one who's the chick that Gordon-Levitt's trying to pull.
I don't know.
She's never been anything else again, probably.
Yeah, I genuinely can't name anything else she's ever been in.
Neither. I don't think we've ever seen her before or ever again. But
she's just too good to be true.
Heath Ledger, you know.
Obviously, he's the star of the movie.
Yeah.
Bit of a plot description. There's a weird guy who is Heath Ledger. There's a weird girl who is Julia Stiles. And then Joseph Gordon-Levitt tries to get with the weird girl's sister. But the only way he can do that is if the weird guy starts dating the weird girl.
And if you follow that, then you're in for a good movie.
A great movie.
Yeah.
It features Heath Ledger singing.
Which...
You're just too good to be true.
Live rendition right here.
Can't take my eyes.
Kleis taken over from Heath since unfortunately he is no longer with us.
Rest in peace, Heath.
Rest in peace, Heath. You'll be missed. Yeah, inside joke. Not very funny, but
no. But no, overall, great movie.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching it. Yeah, watched it once in school randomly as well.
Yeah, for what, Hamlet or whatever it is, Macbeth.
No, we literally just watched. I don't even know.
Oh no, it's
It is related to a Shakespeare book.
Yeah, it's neither of it's not Hamlet or Macbeth. I'm trying to think of what it is.
I have no clue.
It's a real weird word.
We'll fact check it, but yeah. I don't even know.
I always get real emotional watching this thing. Watching this movie.
Oh no, how?
I don't know. It's just it's such a good movie.
Yeah, the weird chick flashes her titties to
Taming
the
of the Shrew. Taming of the Shrew is what it was based on.
Taming of Dwight Schrute is what this is based on, and you know, if you're into Shakespeare, then
you'll love it. Well, you probably won't. It's quite a far stretch from Shakespeare.
But let's talk about Joey for a second. He's a rich young kid.
Joey Diaz.
Yeah. I mean, I think this might be a prequel to his life, but Joey in this movie is a model and as a main character, and yeah, one of my favourite characters of all time.
No.
No, not really.
I'm rooting for my boy Joe.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who you would have seen in movies like Dark Knight Rises, Inception, Christopher Nolan movies. So yeah, this movie really launched the careers of quite a few actors.
It's quite funny looking back in hindsight about how...
Any other randoms on it? No.
Joan Jett, apparently.
She did the music, remember? Or she does that song at the end. I want you to want me, whatever. You know that one? You know the one I'm talking about?
No, not at all.
Well, you're not a true fan of the movie then. Like I...
Just a Heath Ledger fan. But moving on, I think you've got another movie for us.
Gabrielle Union, though. She is...
Gabrielle. Gabriel.
Yeah, I've already said the name wrong. Who gives a fuck? So, moving on from rom-com to sci-fi.
What have you got for us?
I have The Matrix. Starring Keanu Reeves.
Who else is it starring?
Samuel Jackson as...
No.
Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus. And, yeah, we actually saw him... And turn the sound off.
Sorry, got bitches hollering at me.
We actually saw Morpheus last night when we went to Joker, remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
We didn't really, but apparently he was there. So
I didn't see him.
Another little inside joke, but yeah.
But no, Matrix, great movie.
Yeah.
Spawned a trilogy.
The sequels are terrible. I've watched each of them once and hated them, but the first one's amazing. The action's fucking phenomenal. Some of the best I've ever seen in a movie. Really inspired by, all like the Hong Kong action movies with Jackie Chan and shit like that. The Wachowski brothers, who are now both trannies, actually. But they directed this movie. The only good movie, I'd say.
I can't think of anything else.
Have you heard of Jupiter Ascending?
Yes.
They did that, and...
Was that as the brothers or the sisters?
As maybe one was a brother and one was a sister at that time.
Lily and Lana are their names.
But they used to be...
Oh my god.
What do they look like? It just looks like a man with long hair, to be honest.
And that looks like...
That's not too bad, that one.
That looks like...
See, at that time...
Sarah Silverman.
At that time, one was a guy and one time was a girl, and then now they're both...
It just looks like the white Lawrence Fishburne.
He looks like Kingpin from Daredevil. But yeah, the Matrix, what can I say, that, you know, groundbreaking visual effects and stunts.
CGI, stuff like that.
Yeah, really good. What more can I say?
It's a movie I remember a lot from our childhood. I feel like we always watched it at yours.
At the time, it was one of those movies, like, it was really secretive, like no one really knew what it was about going in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were confused, even today, by watching this movie. Because it seems more like a movie that would be created today, because Keanu Reeves is pretty much living his life in a simulated reality.
He is the greatest of all time, behind Ewan McGregor.
You're talking about
he
real
just
life
is the
or
new
actor?
Real life.
Yeah.
He just is he is Chuck Norris of 2019.
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, like, so he's in the movie living in a simulated reality, which I think today people would understand a lot more, and wouldn't have been as confusing as back then. But still, really, this great,
influential movie.
Yeah, great idea, great ideas all around, and really enjoy it every time I watch it. One of my favourite movies probably ever made. Yeah. What do you have next?
I've got Toy Story 2 coming in
Yes.
1999. Sequel to Toy Story 1, who would have thought?
Yeah.
Obviously, same cast, Tim Allen.
Your boy Tim Allen.
Tom Hanks, greatest Christmas movie of all time. Check out the best movies of 1994 to hear me talk more about that.
Is this your favourite Toy Story movie?
No, Toy Story 3. Haven't seen Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4 is...
Don't spoil it for me.
I'm not going to spoil it, but I'd say Toy Story 4 is my least favourite out of all of them.
Ooh, controversial.
But I'd have the first three on this I've been laughing like Joker. The first three Toy Stories I'd have on the same level.
No, Toy Story 3 takes it. I cry.
I don't know. Like, they're different. They've got different stories and real good. This is almost like a reversal of the first one, because in the first one, Woody's got to convince Buzz that he's a toy, like, to be played with and shit. And then in this one...
And what do you mean by this one?
Toy Story 2.
Oh, yeah.
Woody wants to be in a museum and just like on a display shelf, and then Buzz has got to convince him to be a toy to be played with. So it's kind of like a role reversal, but works really well, and I enjoy this one a lot. I've probably seen it the least. I mean, excluding Toy Story 4.
I've seen it the most, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah.
I've easily seen the first one.
A few iconic scenes: toys under the traffic cones running across traffic. Two Buzz Lightyears.
I always loved an Owl's Toy Barn.
Yeah,
with
big
all the
gay
toys
owl.
And shit. Owl, the fucking predator.
Yeah.
Coming
for your toys and
one
your
of the
kids.
most satisfying scenes in movie history when Woody's getting cleaned by that old fag.
That's what she said.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying fag.
Too late.
It is not meant to offend anybody.
It means cigarette.
Yeah, or a bunch of sticks.
But yeah, Toy Story 2. Obviously, yeah, like we said, went on to spawn Toy Story 3.
And 4 this year.
4. And lots of Christmas specials and stuff, and Halloween specials.
Yeah.
And
everything Toy Story related is really good. Like,
makes bank.
Yeah, makes bank, but deservedly, I'd say. So.
But yeah, overall, great movie. Shock! It amazes me that it came out in 1999.
Why's that?
I don't know. I just don't feel like it did.
Well, okay. Okay.
I mean, even when you think about it, there's such a long layoff between Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. Because Toy Story 2 would have come out in 2008, 2009?
I think 2003, Toy Story 3.
Really?
Are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying? Yeah.
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3, I think, came out in 2009 or 10.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I think you meant, yeah.
The first one, I think, was 95, so 4 years, and then, like 11 years, and then another 7 or 8 years between 3 and 4, so...
Oh, pardon me, if you heard that.
Yeah.
That was my indigestion playing up.
So, sometimes I forget we're recording and I just feel like we're talking. But
do you have another movie for us?
I do have quite a few. We're only just getting started here.
Great. I can't wait.
Can you? Well, I won't keep you waiting any longer. I have Fight Club next, starring Brad Pitt.
Bradley.
And Edward Norton. And
Big Ed, the Hulk.
I think this movie requires a lot of deep analysis, so I don't really want to go into it too much because I can't be bothered. But really good movie. Rebellious, if you can use that word to describe a movie. Controversial at the time because of the themes of Edward Norton is basically a guy who's like it's like Joker. He's like criticising society that he lives in. He just doesn't have actually he has a mental illness as well. Okay. Well, anyway.
We'll do a review later on.
Yeah. If you want to know more about Fight Club,
you got to watch it to understand it. I think.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to explain, but
it's kind of like not an underground movie, but I feel like not everybody's seen it, considering how big it is.
Especially at the time as well.
Yeah.
I don't think it was as well known, but I think a cult classic, that is the best way to describe it, and really good. I don't want to understate it by just not saying a lot about it. But
there's not much you can say about
just
it.
Go watch it yourself, and it's enjoyable, really good.
Another movie that's really enjoyable, Austin Powers 2.
Another sequel.
The Spy Who Shagged Me. If only.
Austin Powers.
Mike Myers.
My childhood.
Shrek. Wayne's World. Bohemian Rhapsody.
The Love Guru.
The movies go on and on.
Watched Austin Powers a lot when I was a kid.
Still do.
Yeah, always good. Mike Myers obviously plays a lot of characters. Fat Bastard.
Dr. Evil.
As Shrek. Dr. Evil was my favourite character out of them all. You got Seth Green's in the movie.
The German lady with the mole.
No.
Does she not have a mole? I swear she does.
No, that's in the third one. There's the guy with the mole.
Yeah, but I swear she is a mole as well.
He is a mole with a mole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But the second one, Spy Shagged Me.
That is with Elizabeth.
No, that's
Liz Hurley, isn't it?
I think that's the first one.
We're
gonna search it up real quick so we can actually get the facts.
Should have done our research before.
Yeah.
Who was that?
I did a bit of research.
Heather Graham.
Yeah.
Cool, never heard of you, love.
Have you not heard of her before?
I mean, I probably have.
You've never seen her in a movie.
I mean, I obviously have. Austin Powers.
Okay.
No, I'm thinking International Man of Mystery, that's why.
Yeah. Either way, Austin Powers, all three are enjoyable. They've been talking about making a fourth one for so long now, but I have no idea. Yeah, I don't reckon it would work anymore. But
Mike Myers is still funny, but
Austin Powers 2 might be my least favourite. I don't think it's as memorable. There's just funnier scenes that I remember out of the first and third. But
yeah, that's definitely true.
Spy Who Shagged Me introduced Mini-Me, who died recently.
Yeah, Vern Troy. Vern.
But yeah. How well did it do financially?
Let's have a quick gaze. See what we got. Reception. 51% on Rotten Tomatoes. Nobody gives a crap about that.
But yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, I'm over you. I don't care about you.
I mean, it was a hit at the box office. That's all it says.
Scroll up. Just keep going up.
You're just too
at the bottom of the poster.
To be true. $312 million.
So, yeah.
I don't know if that's worldwide or just in America.
I'd say that's worldwide.
On a $33 million budget, not too bad.
Which is good, because
especially
you never know
sequel.
If movies like that will just be big in like the UK, because it's like, he's this British spy or whatever, even though Mike Myers is Canadian, I think. But I think everyone's watched Austin Powers probably. Yeah,
everybody's seen at least one of them.
Yeah, so that's
a great series.
That's all I have to say about that.
That's not too bad. Things are a bit scary in the movie, though. You got any scary movies to talk about?
No, but I do have the Blair Witch Project.
Which is very scary.
No?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, but it's scary.
Well,
that's the reason I haven't seen it, because it's scary.
I'm not even going to be mad at you that you haven't seen it, because it is one of the most boring movies I've ever seen in my life. Nothing happens for the entire movie, and people, I think, have nostalgia for this movie since it was the first found footage movie, I think. And
One of them. It popularised
and
it.
it was so massive at the time. It was just a big success because everyone thought it was real. So that's, I guess, what made it scarier. But now we've seen so much of it that
it's nothing.
It's bad. It's
like when
actually bad.
like when you look back at the old It films and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you realise.
But the Blair Witch Project, I've seen people hype it up as the scariest movie ever made, and I watched it and I was just so incredibly bored throughout the entire movie. Like I said, nothing happens, and I don't know, people do like this movie though and think it's really good. They think it's suspenseful because nothing's happening and you're waiting for something to happen, but nah, fuck it.
In reality, nothing happens at all.
So that's all I have to say about that as well.
So you have very little to say about that.
I have little to say about Blair Witch. What do you have that's
I also have little to say about this next film. My penis. No, Stuart Little.
Stuart Little.
The mouse that got adopted by a white family and lived his best life. I love Stuart Little. Not one of my favourite movies of all time. I can easily go back. I can easily go back and watch Stuart Little any day of the week.
Yeah. Michael J. Fox, Stuart Little. Love the voice work done by him.
Bit shaky.
Oh, savage. Personally, I've seen the second. Have you seen the second one?
Second one's so much more than the first one.
I've seen the second one. I don't even know why. I've seen it so many more times than the first one. But Stuart Little
made $300 million at the box office.
I'd say it's a movie that's entertaining as you're a kid, and then when maybe like Star Wars, you watch it as an adult and remember how much you were entertained by it. Written by M. Night Shyamalan, I'm pretty sure as well, who is going to be featured later on the list in more of a significant way, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, his name is in the credits.
Yeah, it is. The budget for this movie was $105 to $133 million.
Animating a rat, that must be a lot of money.
That must have just been going to Michael J. Fox's therapy.
Oh, probably. I love Michael Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, I do too, but yeah, I love Stuart Little.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we said, the second one's just so much more memorable than the first one. It's just kind of, I guess we're talking about it because it went on to spawn.
So much.
I just think it's more memorable as well.
I just love the scene when
he flies the plane. No. He gets hit with a soccer ball.
And the first one when there's Snowbell's cat mate who comes over and
yeah,
I do know.
Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
And he's in the cereal box.
Yeah.
A mouse with a pet cat. Yeah, that scene. I don't know. Just I haven't actually watched either of them in such a long time, but
I might go back and watch them.
I remember when he was trapped in the washing machine, and
and then the mum runs down.
But
obviously, House is in this movie as well. Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie's a ledge, and not actually American, but he's always doing an American accent, and it is a beautiful American accent.
Not a very star-studded cast.
Though. I was going to transition, but...
Oh, you were? Okay.
I was going to say, speaking of American Beauty...
Pedophiles.
Yeah, American Beauty, sex offenders.
My boss.
Kevin Spacey. Oh, it's not fun to look back on, is it? I mean, unless you're looking... Unless
it's the usual suspect, no.
Unless you're, wanting to make fun of it, which I think we're probably about to.
Yeah.
This movie's just so ironic now when you know all the fucking information. Basically, Kevin Spacey is like a middle-aged guy, and he fancies his teenage daughter's friend, and,
It's so weird that, just hearing that.
Yeah.
And then knowing everything that... knowing that he's gay, though. Kev's gay.
Yeah, and also ironically in this movie, he does reject a gay man's advances. So
tried to hit everyone with the reverse card.
Yeah, but
oh no, I'm not a paedophile. I'm gay.
That makes it fun.
It makes it 2 times worse. I'm Catholic.
What is actually what is Spacey doing now?
He posted that video I
remember that.
But I think he's just living his best life. Well, because he's not going to get cast in any more movies. Because Harvey Weinstein's been locked up. Those two are best buds.
Yeah. It's a shame, though, because I I liked Spacey. Thought
I love The Usual
I mean,
Suspects.
obviously he's a good actor. Like, it doesn't just because he
Whoa, sympathising with paedophiles.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, people.
good actor in real life as well. Pretending he's not sketch. But American Beauty swept the Oscars: Best Picture, Director, Actor, Original Screenplay, and Cinematography.
Made $356 million.
I don't like. I've seen this movie quite a few times because I had to study this at school, and I honestly don't know why it was such a big success. Really,
Yeah,
I don't know, but that's all I have
that's
to say.
quite a
about
few. Quite a few Oscars.
I
and
mean,
stuff.
it won all the big ones pretty
Yeah.
much. You know, fucking. I don't know what else to say. Really.
Kevin Spacey is a paedophile.
And speaking of,
Paedophiles.
I don't know. How can I?
How can you transition? Can you think of a way?
Speaking, well, Kevin Spacey is gay apparently. And speaking of parking in the South,
I was going to say Jewish penises, bigger, longer, and uncut.
yeah, sure.
South Park, the movie.
Love South Park. Love the movie. Just so funny. Watching it before, not the movie but the show, and it still makes me laugh every time I watch it.
It does.
So crack up.
Obviously, the movie's about hating Canada, pretty much.
Yeah, which I mean, do you hate Canada?
No.
Don't really
I don't have anything wrong with it.
Don't really know anything about
Yeah.
Canada, to be honest.
I just know that they say sorry a lot.
Yeah.
Terrence and Phillip were the Canadian version of Kleis and Callen.
Pretty much.
That's my memory of this movie.
I haven't seen this movie as well. I haven't seen this for a while, so I'm trying to just remember everything. I remember Carl's mum's big fat bitch is biggest.
Yeah.
That is like the first South Park thing I ever saw.
Bit of a musical, this movie.
It is a musical, actually. I swear that Canada song, it's like a Canada hate song, was nominated for an Oscar for best song.
That doesn't surprise me.
Which is just like a song about, does it say that? Yeah. Academy Awards,
best original song. Blame Canada. It got nominated,
Yes.
it didn't win.
Yeah.
But it did win the best original score for the Chicago Film Critics Association.
Thanks, Chicago. Thank you. Any more to say about South Park than you love it? You love it.
No, it's a good movie.
Entertaining. If you love South Park, if you're offended, if you're
If you have not even dark humour as such.
if you're a bit of a puffer, then you might not enjoy it.
Bit of a Jew.
Bit of a snowflake.
Yeah.
Speaking of snowflakes, that has nothing to do with my next movie.
No, not at all.
The Sixth Sense. One of the biggest movies of the year. Second to only The Phantom Menace.
Bruce.
Big Bruce Willis, when he actually made movies and cared about acting and just,
Wasn't just a big strong man.
He's basically... Have you seen the movie?
A bit.
Do you know, like, the twist ending?
Yeah. Well, we won't spoil it, but he sees dead people.
Basically, this movie is, I think it came out and just blew up because the twist ending was so out of nowhere and everyone, it just spread. Everyone was talking about it and became such a big success. Nominated for a few Oscars, didn't win, but got the nominations. And
it's like we were saying in the 1994 video. When a movie like The American Beauty comes along and wins every Oscar.
I mean, I wouldn't compare American Beauty anywhere near.
No, but in terms of winning all the awards,
yeah. This movie launched the career of M. Night Shyamalan, who
is
pretty
known
much
for his twists.
And he pretty much drove his career into the ground, with movies like The Last Airbender, which I've never seen and never will see, but I've heard it's one of the worst movies of all time.
So we're gonna do a review on it.
We probably will. He made a few good movies at the start of his career. Ones I really enjoy, and then through the middle, just made some of the worst movies ever.
Yeah.
And then he's had a little bit of a comeback recently, but Sixth Sense is where it all began pretty much, and Stuart Little.
$672 million at the box office.
Blew up.
That's quite impressive. Obviously started the careers of Haley Joel Osment, stuff like that.
Who hasn't really acted more these days.
It's more a sister that I remember, Emily, from Hannah Montana, who played Lily.
Oh. Well, that blew my mind.
He was in Always Sunny in Philadelphia, wasn't he? Haley Joel Osment?
I don't know. He was in... did you watch that Ted Bundy movie with Zac Efron?
Yeah.
He was in that. for about 5 minutes. But
Like Brian Callen in the new Joker movie.
I love Brian Callen and his cameos in movies. What's this movie? Speaking of
Brian Callen, who is American Pie.
yeah,
I don't really rate American Pie, but it was one of the bigger movies
It's
released
not- yeah.
in '99. It's a very shit type of comedy.
It's like a certain, like, if you like the type of comedy that this movie has.
If you have fewer brain cells than most normal people, you will love American Pie.
I mean, I think you hate it a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it.
It's the cat. The cat's back. I gotta let the cat in. Keep talking while it.
What was this? Okay. So, American Pie, your classic teen comedy, you know, the awkward moments, sex education,
Shitting in cupcakes.
fucking pies, hence the title. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about this movie. Have no one in this movie has really been in much else, but if you like American Pie, there are a few sequels, a few spin-offs that are fine. You know, pretty much just more of the same. But yeah, I've just covered your movie for you, so.
I mean, it's not really my movie. I don't really
But
rate it that much.
we're just talking about it. Yeah, I rate it. Don't think it's the best movie ever
No.
at all, but decent comedy. Do you think this started because there's quite a few movies that have had like similar,
like Euro Trip or whatever it's called. Like I feel like that's all kind of like another teen movie.
yeah, just it started a string of those.
Yeah.
Which aren't really popular anymore, but I think people still watch this.
It's always on TV after like 10:30. American Pie is always
Yeah,
on.
I think that's the first time I watched it was on TV.
I mean, we weren't allowed to go see it in the cinema, but
No. Speaking of another movie I wasn't alive for, The Green Mile. I've read the book by Stephen King and seen this movie one time. And similar to Shawshank Redemption, it had the same director. Features a man wrongfully convicted in prison. People think that he, killed and raped these girls, but in reality he's got these magic powers that can like heal people. But he's already been incarcerated and dies in the electric chair, which I think everyone just knows because
it's quite an emotional scene. And he's black.
overhyped though. Everyone is like, oh, this is the saddest movie of all time, saddest death. No way.
Saddest movie of all time is Toy Story 3.
Yeah, this movie isn't as sad as people say, but still a really good movie. I haven't seen it. Like, I think again, should have probably rewatched a few of these movies before we started, but I remember that I enjoyed it and thought it was a really good movie.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
Tom Hanks
Tom
is good in literally like most things.
Name something he isn't good in.
Yeah, I was literally about to say the exact same thing. Not as 290 at the box office. This movie.
I'd say mostly because of Tom Hanks at
Yeah.
the time, because he was just in bangers. He was banging them out. Anything to contribute or not really?
Not really, to be honest. All round solid film though.
Yeah, is that the end of our list?
I don't know. Is there anything else you would like to talk about?
We have a few other mentions that, I don't know, like 1999 is considered this great year, but personally for me,
I haven't gone and seen every single movie
I
that came
only-
out 1999.
like I don't have much of a connection to these movies like I do to 94, I think. Like,
Yeah.
obviously The Matrix, Phantom Menace I've seen heaps, but other than that, not a whole lot. But being John Malkovich, obviously heavily referenced in the title, but more for comedy purposes than
Yeah.
anything. Because I've never actually seen the movie, but I've seen John Malkovich in quite a few movies. Don't really know what this movie's about, but might have to watch it.
Might have to do a review on it. Who knows?
Yeah. Eyes Wide Shut, Tom Cruise, Stanley Kubrick's last ever movie. Haven't seen it either, but yep.
Notting Hill, bit of a rom-com.
Notting Hill, I actually really enjoy. Hugh Grant, Julia Roberts, the story of an unlikely love.
Hugh Grant's good, isn't
What's that quote from the movie? I'm just a girl in front of a boy.
I'm just a bird.
But, whatever.
I wanna fly away.
Magnolia, Tom Cruise, Iron Giant, Vin Diesel blows up. Deep Blue Sea,
Iron Giant's quite sad.
I've seen like parts. I think I might have watched it when I was younger, and I've never really seen it anywhere. Right? Aren't they making like a live action one though?
Oh God, I hope not.
I don't. It will be Disney. It will probably be a Disney movie. Deep Blue Sea, Samuel L. Jackson, LL Cool J against CGI sharks.
Yeah, very bad CGI sharks as well.
That's all. I just remember watching this movie and seeing it on TV like at night and just seeing this shit CGI. That's about it. It's like one of those movies. If you're into just like mindlessly enjoying something that's just dumb,
bad, yeah,
then you'll enjoy this movie. So I can watch it and laugh at it. In that way.
But obviously, if you're watching it for a good movie, you're not watching it. Well, you won't.
I mean, Samuel Jackson just is entertaining. It's like Snakes on a Plane. Like, just it's a movie like that.
Thing.
Got Galaxy Quest. I watched this movie once, a long time ago again. It stars Tim Allen. He's making his second.
You're joking.
It is, and you haven't even seen it.
Do you mean the
Tim Allen,
the greatest actor of all time, stars in Santa Claus?
Yeah, and Toy Story. Galaxy Quest is pretty much just a Star Trek ripoff, but from what I can remember, it was entertaining, and it is Alan Rickman, Snape himself, and Sigourney Weaver, who was in Ghostbusters and Aliens.
Good cast.
Yeah, good cast. I think it's got more of a cult following. Like, it wasn't a massive movie at the time, but a lot of people do like it. I remember enjoying it, but
I think
not too much.
Some movies do that though, like when culture changes, the movies become, the style of comedy changes every year. Yeah,
and movies become more relevant, and
especially now when stays funny forever.
Wait, what?
So Jimmy Fallon stays funny forever.
Jimmy Fallon is just my idol. I wish I was as talented as him.
I am as talented as him.
What was I going to say? Galaxy Quest, yeah, especially now with sci-fi and fantasy is such a big thing, I'd say it's probably, go watch it if you're into that kind of thing. It's a comedy, so fun movie. Jimmy Fallon is in a few films, though.
Fever Pitch, we'll do a review of that.
Is he the main actor?
Yep.
No, who's in Taxi with him? What's that movie? I've seen this before, but I don't remember it. We're talking about Taxi with Jimmy Fallon. I remember
Fever Pitch.
Who's that girl?
Queen Latifah.
Oh, fuck.
Queen Latifah.
Yeah, we're a bit of a Jimmy Fallon stan channel.
We're changing the name of the channel to Jimmy Fallon.
No, Kleis and Callen.
Kleis and Callen.
Yeah, I was watching a laughing compilation of Jimmy Fallon before, and
that's all he does.
Just we're being attacked by a cat.
Kitty,
what are you doing? I don't really have anything more to say about 99, but is there anything you just want to talk about? Or?
In 1999, we had the Columbine shooting, but
we just searched up a few random events that happened because we obviously weren't alive.
Can't talk about the earthquake in Turkey, which killed 13,000 people.
Bill Clinton
got acquitted.
Yeah.
I don't know what acquitted means.
Does it mean like fired?
Senate acquits. I don't think so, no.
Because he slept with his
Lewinsky.
Monica Lewinsky. That's just an up and go, not sponsored, but
sponsored by First Choice Decorators.
Yeah. If you want your decoration to be good,
First Choice.
Yeah. Just it's your first choice for decoration.
A lot of shootings in America in 1999.
I mean, aren't there every year?
Yeah, that's true. Good old America. But blame Canada.
Blame Canada.
Right, I think that's about it, to be honest with you. 1990 year was a good year for film.
I haven't really had that much to say compared to... I think, 94, I just had more of a personal connection with most of the movies.
Except for The Phantom Menace and Stuart Little. And 10 Things I Hate About You.
I mean, there's a few movies here, but even then, 94 was just... It's hard to follow 94, so... But hopefully you have enjoyed this video as well.
Yes, very much.
I'm going to enjoy editing it as well.
I am going to enjoy going to bed.
Good.
Well,
I'm probably not going to enjoy it. I don't know. I might edit it now.
Who knows?
It is currently... What's the time?
It's 11:09.
At night, so... yeah.
Fun.
What's our next video going to be?
I don't know. We'll decide that tomorrow. Probably a Joker review.
Yeah, so we went and saw Joker yesterday. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Premiere day.
we're going to do more of an in-depth review, spoiler-filled.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoiler-filled, because quite frankly, it's hard to really discuss a movie without spoilers.
Yeah. Especially a movie like Joker.
Which
We won't spoil it now.
You
I
loved
did
it,
love
though?
Joker.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later.
Look forward to that. And for now, I've been Callen.
And I've been Kleis, and thank you
See
for watching.
you next time.
Bye-bye.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.